Hello and welcome to this video on what might be the quickest and easiest way to realize non-duality. And for this, we're actually going to be watching this video that a lot of people have found very, very helpful in finally breaking through this perceived barrier and experiencing reality as it really is, or finding your true self. And these are some very practical experiments. We're going to do one of them here, and I will link an entire playlist below that if you want to spend a little bit more time, say up to an hour, doing a handful of different kinds of experiments that will act as very, very potent forms of meditation, then be sure to click on that playlist below. But right here on the screen, we've got Richard Lang, who is teaching the Headless Way, which are a series of experiments that were developed by a man named Douglas Harding. And he has a bunch of books on it, as well as different kinds of exercises. And he was all about trying to figure out ways that normal people can access these different states of consciousness, these enlightened states, these non-separate states. And yeah, this one is very, very effective. And if you like this and you want to see different kinds of meditation, you can check out my meditation course on Udemy as well.
We begin by directing our attention outwards, observing that everything we see has shape and color. Everything is a thing. Then gradually we direct our attention closer to ourselves until finally we're looking in, at the place we're looking out on, to see if we also have shape and color, to see if we're things at center or no thing, capacity for the world. Point at something in front of you and notice its color and its shape. It's a thing.
I would highly recommend actually doing these, actually pointing, as that's where this will be the most effective. And I'm going to do it along with the video.
Point at something else and notice its color and shape. It's a thing as well. Now point down at the floor. I can see shades and patterns there in the carpet. Now point at your foot and notice its color and shape. It's a thing as well. Bring your finger up your body and point at your knee. You can see the color and shape of your knee, another thing. Bring your finger further up and point at your torso. Observe the colors and shapes there. It's a thing as well. Now, bring your finger out in front of you and point back at the place where others see your face, the place you're looking out of. What do you see here? Do you see your face? Do you see your eyes, your cheeks, your mouth? Do you see any colors or shapes here? Do you see anything here at all? I'm not asking you what you believe is here. I'm asking you to put aside belief and take a fresh look. Rather than what you think is here, what do you see here? Or not see, in fact? Here's my experience. Looking in, I don't see my face. I see no eyes here, no cheeks, no mouth, nothing at all. Or to put it another way, looking in, I see emptiness. This emptiness is boundless, still, awake. I'm now seeing what I am at center, what I am from my own point of view, what I am privately. I'm now going to guide you through an extension of the pointing experiment. This involves pointing in and out at the same time. Two-way pointing. This indicates that the space at center isn't just empty, it's also full. Looking in, I see the emptiness here at my center, but I cannot see this emptiness without at the same time seeing what's filling it, my view out. This emptiness is now filled with my hands, the room beyond, and with various sensations, sounds, thoughts, and so on. I find no boundary between the space here and the world there. My faceless consciousness merges with and becomes the world. Privately, I am the world. Of course, we remain aware of our public identities, of what we look like to others and to ourselves in the mirror. I'm aware that for you I'm Richard, and I identify with Richard. I identify with my face, my body, my name, my age, my thoughts and feelings, and so on. In In other words, I'm aware of living a two-sided life. I have both a public and a private self. You can see my public self, but my private self is hidden from others. It's an inner secret. However, I believe that if you look there where you are, you'll see your private self. And you'll see that your private self is no different from mine. It has no face, no name, no age. It's capacity. If you're now seeing this faceless capacity where you are, then we're now sharing a wonderful secret, the secret of who we all really are. Of course, your view out from this capacity is different from mine, but the capacity itself, this boundless consciousness, is the same.
All right. Great. And so that's the exercise. So very simple, and it kind of plays on the Zen idea of pointers. And pointers are various ways of helping you to find yourself at center, at zero distance, your true nature. And the idea with a lot of philosophy and a lot of religion is that we are seeking something that is really within us. Like Jesus said, the kingdom of God is within you. And that's maybe a more poetic way of saying that you are this point where the entire universe exists. You are the source of life, because you being here brings awareness to this moment. It brings life to the moment. It makes it real, makes it tangible. And so the simple pointing exercise helps you to see that even though you may think of yourself as a person that's just like other people, kind of running around the world, doing whatever you're doing, but when you just take a moment to point at yourself and just take a look at what's there, you realize that you are the very source of reality, and whatever's beyond you is the great void, and there's nothing beyond you, or there's nothing beyond your awareness. There's only the perceived idea of what might be beyond it, which exists within the same field of awareness. And so these pointing exercises are very, very effective, and they do different variations on it through the different videos. And just to give you an example, I think the next one that they do is where you take your hands up like this, and you move them slowly behind your head. And what you're trying to do is look for the moment when they disappear. And you're looking for this sort of event horizon, if you will, that is the place where no light can escape from, or the place where your field of vision ends. And as some people begin to experience non-duality, they may explain it as feeling like they become the spaciousness, or they become the silence beneath the noise, or the stillness beneath the motion. And I really like this exercise, and if you want to do it along with me, you can kind of just play along with it, and you realize that you are in this theater of your mind, that everything is projected on this completely blank backdrop. And by just looking closely, you can sort of understand the illusory nature of reality that a lot of mystical traditions will talk about. And this coming to yourself, or coming to center, is naturally a spiritual experience, because it is returning to your spirit, assuming that you define spirit as the conscious part of you, the part that is alive and aware, the looker, or the observer. And so, yeah, this is a fantastic meditation. This is one of the first meditations that I would recommend to a beginner. And the reason is you'll probably see results right away. Maybe even while watching this video, you had some pretty profound experiences. And so the next step after that would be just to continue practicing it. And whenever you have these non-dual or these peaceful experiences where you merge with existence itself, then try to just be with it and be totally present and appreciate it and soak it into your brain as much as you can, because that's the language of the brain. Is if you're enjoying something, just keep your awareness on it and keep your full attention there. And as you start to develop a practice and you start to get more of these experiences, then you can start to stay in different states of consciousness for longer. And some people will then start to do simple tasks, like you might try to get into that state through meditation and then sit down and tie your shoes and see if you can maintain that state while tying your shoes, or brush your teeth, or go for a walk. Some people find walking meditations to be really helpful. And you can train your mind so that you spend more time in those states, and eventually it kind of becomes your default state of consciousness, and then life becomes very blissful and very enjoyable. So hope you found this useful. Let me know in the comments what your experience was doing this headless way along with Richard Lang on this video. And I look forward to hearing from you, and I will see you again in a future video.